What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 91 of the Party Chat Podcast. I am your host, Squiggy, and joining me this week we have Slazo. No Laura. Laura is
Heyo.
away. Heyo, Slazo.
She's gone. Who knows?
She's gone.
Ditched her.
She might be back.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Potentially. Us too, doing the podcast. Man, it's been a while.
I know. I think it was a while since it was just the three of us, and that was like last week. But before that, it was a while, and then I'd been away for a while, and now it's me and you.
Because I'm always here, the eternal.
Yeah, Slazo never leaves.
And you watch next week will be Laura and Squiggy, and I'm vanished.
That could be mysterious if that happened. So yeah. Anyway, how are you, Slazo?
I'm pretty good. Life's good. I'm like, no, I was back here last week. I can't use that line anymore.
No, you can't. No.
No, yeah, like getting back to normal life now. Had like actually more time to play games. Weirdly, now that I'm not on holiday. Go figure. But
That's a good conversation point. So what have you been playing, Slazo?
So I'll skip the usual like assortment of iPad stuff. I've played like a couple of new games. I finally got around to trying out the Prey opening hour demo after all the positive like praise people have heaped on Prey. I didn't really take to it. I thought it was a bit stiff and a bit slow and a bit boring. Like maybe it's because I was playing like the first half an hour and I didn't really give it a chance after I died a couple of times like a useless idiot. I don't know, it just never really gripped me. Also, it had, like, the worst Force tutorial ever. It's like, please go to these research rooms. Here's research room 1. How would you hide behind this chair? It's like, right. Professional science right here. So, yeah, I don't know, like, there's people love it, so clearly it's something I'm just not connecting with as opposed to it being a bad game, but yeah, it didn't grab me.
Yeah,
and then
I need to play that, actually. I've got it. I bought it on
Have you
PC.
bought it by any chance?
I bought it on
Wow.
PC when it was on sale. Not on the Steam sale, on a different sale. But I've just not got around to playing it. A lot of people who have played it have said it's really good, but I suppose it's one of those games where...
I think it's just me, more than anything.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right. Didn't want to say it.
And then the other one I gave a try was Beyond Eyes. Yeah, Beyond Eyes, which is... It's essentially a game where you play as a blind girl, so you can only really see what's like directly around you, and like you use sound more than anything to try and guide you. So like if something makes a noise in the world, it kind of brights up in colour, and sometimes it'll be a case of, oh, that sounds like a nice, like a lawnmower, and oh no, it's a windmill. Jesus, stay away. But it was an interesting idea. I don't think it really got well realised. Like you walk around painfully slowly, which makes sense because you're blind, but it means it's not the most engaging of games. And there were no real like puzzles or anything. It was just stumble around until you find the correct route. So I can see what they're going for, but like if you've ever played the Unfinished Swan, he hasn't. But if you ever have, the first level of that, well, essentially Unfinished Swan is a game where you can like throw like balls of colour to try and like hit the environment and then use what you've painted to guide the way. I feel that kind of did a better job in its first couple of levels of like trying to get around navigating environments without visuals than Beyond Eyes did. So, but yeah, I mean, I've played it, it's done, it's another one off the pile. Maybe I'll go for the trophies at some point, who knows. But yeah, tried out a couple of different things this week at least. How about you?
What have I been... I've actually played quite a bit as well, actually.
Whoa.
Which is weird. I say quite a bit. Obviously, I think I put up a Gears video. Gears video went up on my YouTube of me and Laura playing Golden Gun mode, which was a weekend-only mode last weekend. Basically, It's one shot, one kill. You can't aim down the sights. If you kill the person, you keep your bullet. If not, you've got to reload, and you wait obviously to lose the bullet. So it's quite cool actually, and I'm not very good. I wasn't very good at it, but it was really good fun actually. It was hilarious. So I played a bit of that when me and Laura recorded it, and then I think I woke up on the Saturday morning at like 7:30 in the morning. So I was like, you know what? I'll play some Gears of War Golden Gun modes. I played that. Then I played it on the Sunday night as well. I've just been obsessed with that.
These were against strangers, yeah?
Yeah, this is against randoms online.
So I can believe you beat Laura, but like,
how
did you hold...
Laura's actually really good at Gears. She's a lot better than me at Gears.
True, actually, yeah, she is the the person who loves that franchise.
I was awful. Like, literally, I was finishing bottom of the team.
Okay.
Quite often. So, yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't really want to admit to that, but yeah, Laura's pretty good at Gears. God,
And you can see that for yourself in the video on your channel.
Well, yeah, you might see a few of the kills anyway, but no, it's really good fun. As bad as I was at it, I didn't really feel like I wasn't getting annoyed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or anything, but no, that was fun. And then I've played some Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD remix from whatever HD remix game we're on to now.
Assuming it was the PS4 one. That's
yeah,
like
the PS4
1.5,
one, yeah.
2.5.
HD remix. That's what we're going to call it.
The 3's not out yet. Please understand.
3's not out. Please buy this game again. And I did. But yeah, I enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 2 when I first played it, and it's dragging a little bit this time. I feel like you walk from one place, fight some enemies, walk to another place. It's just like, that's all it is. But
Squiggy, you love Disney.
But I was getting to that. But
it?
because it's got the Disney characters in it, and I like obviously the non-Disney characters in there as well, like, you know, the main characters, Sora,
Final Fantasy characters, yeah.
No, but like Sora, who's like obviously Kingdom Hearts only,
right.
And like some of the non-Disney Kingdom Hearts only characters. I quite like the characters and everything, so I'm getting by. I'm about halfway through, I think, maybe.
Okay.
So probably another 8 hours to go, maybe. I did tweet about this during the week that when I first played it on the PS2, I was against this boss, who's a boss where you've basically, at some point, you've got to destroy as many of these things in so many seconds. So to start with, you've got to destroy 50 of these things in 40 seconds. And it's quite easy because you can use combos and stuff, and then it gets to destroying 10 in 10 seconds later on in the battle. And I must have failed so many times of that when I was younger. I think I must have taken about 20 attempts to do it. Did it first time. This time. So
I'm not gonna lie, when I read that tweet, I just assumed it was Crash, related to Crash.
No, it was Kingdom Hearts. So there's a boss like pretty much at the halfway point of the game. It's all like time based. You've still got to like get down his HP and stuff as well. But there's those time based things to it as well.
It's like, I've hit 50%, do this.
Yeah. But I stayed so close to him that he couldn't keep doing this thing to destroy everything, whereas when I was playing it originally, I was probably staying quite far away from him. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go all in. And did that. Yeah. No, I was quite impressed that I did it first time, because I was really not looking forward to it. In case I failed miserably. Again and again and again. I was like, here we go. It's like being 11 years ago again. Or whatever. But no, so I've done that, and I played some Battlefield.
It is always fun, like going back to some of these games like years later and going, how did I struggle against this boss so much as a child?
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh well.
I know, it made us feel like, how bad was that at games back then, or how easy is this game now, sort of thing. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that. Played some Battlefield 1 last night as well. Basically, my Xbox decided that it didn't have enough space to update all my games, apart from Battlefield 1.
Right. Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh well, I'll play some Battlefield 1 with my friends.
Is this the same storage hilarity that Sony has, where if you don't have double the space, it won't download the update?
Basically, what had happened is, if you watched the Microsoft conference with the Mixer app on the Xbox, you got the Rare Replay collection for free.
Oh, okay.
The problem with that being is I already had the Rare Replay collection on disc. So basically, what it tried to do is duplicate every game as a download game and a disc game.
Okay.
So that's why my hard drive ran out of space. So I've had to go through and manually delete all the download ones for now. Until I can decide what I want to do.
Wait, so it forced downloaded? It didn't give you a choice?
I put them all in the queue, and when it's in the queue, it like frees it takes that space for it, so I had to free up all that space, so that was fun.
Okay.
Because I've got my Xbox set to automatically download as well, so that's probably why I did it. So I've got 2 copies of Perfect Dark on my hard drive, 2 copies of Banjo-Kazooie, I think, as well. So yeah.
That is a rare game.
Yeah, I think it was that one. I can't remember which one. I think I've got like all the Viva Pinata games as well, twice. So that was a bit, yeah. But Battlefield was good fun. I'm not very good at it.
I'm so jealous of you and your Xbone. It's like the one thing I need to finish my gaming collection.
Well, there's some good deals out there.
There are, and now I know I'm not getting an X. It's tempting.
Yeah,
it's
I think
tempting.
There's some deals on right now, actually, I think.
Let's not talk about that.
We'll talk about that after the podcast.
Can do.
But yeah, that's all my games. So a little bit of housekeeping before we start. Well, probably a start anyway. This is the Party Chat podcast, brought to you every Wednesday by Retro Remastered, and you can find us on YouTube, which is where you're obviously listening to us now. So well done, you found us. We normally post at 9 o'clock in the morning. We didn't post at 9 o'clock in the morning for the last podcast because somebody's computer shut down before they pressed save on the YouTube, and I didn't realise.
I did not even know that. Damn.
Yeah, so I'd had everything done, all scheduled, 9 o'clock in the morning, and my computer shut down before I pressed save, so there you go.
Well, shoot.
Yeah, but we'll be 9 o'clock every Wednesday on YouTube. Basically subscribe so you can obviously see when more videos go live and stuff like that. So yeah, let's jump straight into the news. Obviously last week was a long E3 episode, so we
promised this one won't be 2 hours.
This one won't be 2 hours, no. Although we did spend like 10 minutes talking about what we've been playing, which is quite impressive.
Yeah. We've been playing games.
We've been playing games. It doesn't happen very often, even though we are a gaming podcast. But anyway, I digress. So, under the news, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I count 7? 1, 2, 3. 7 items on the list. I didn't really think there's going to be this much news, to be honest, with it being just out of E3. But
to be fair, we're like 3 weeks away now.
Yeah, but still, there's not really... Some of the news here probably could have been announced at E3. Well, one of them specifically. But we'll come on to that in the end. So to start with, Namco Museum is coming to Switch next month. So that was recently announced. I think it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One as well, I believe.
Yeah, is it not already on there? I thought there was.
I don't know. It might have been.
There's so many re-releases of Namco stuff. I don't know anymore.
I know, it's weird, but it's coming to the Switch, and there's a game, a bonus game, Pac-Man Versus, which was developed by Miyamoto for the GameCube.
Oh Christ! I remember that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they put an entire E3 about that. Jeez.
Yeah. So that is coming to the Switch version as well. I've got a list of games here: Pac-Man vs. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga 88, The Tower of Druaga, Rolling Thunder, Rolling Thunder 2, Sky Kids, Splatterhouse, and Tank Force. There you go.
Wait, no Pac-Man.
Did I say Pac-Man?
Yeah,
Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man versus Pac-Man. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I might be me. I'm going deaf. I mean, that's great. Like the Switch has this weird library of. It doesn't have a virtual console, but it has a chunk of retro games between like the Aka Neo Geo lineup and now this. It's kind of weird in a way. The only retro games it's missing are Nintendo's own. Go figure.
Yeah, I know. I think this was something that we're probably going to talk about last week. Well, maybe. No, actually, we can talk about it later on.
Last week was E3.
We'll talk about it later on because it's something that annoys me, but we'll talk about it later on. So yeah, so that's coming to Switch next month. It's going to be, it's €29.99 in dollars, coming out 20th of July, so I'm assuming it'll be 30 quid as well.
Probably.
Maybe 25, who knows. The next one is a good one for you, Slazo.
Oh man.
So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting patched, and it makes it easier for players to catch up.
Oh.
Yep. So basically...
But that makes it easier for people to catch up with me.
No, it makes it easier for you to catch up with me.
No, definitely
we need to do this. Saturday morning Switch, Squiggy against Slazo.
I've always been welcome for it. You're the one who's always swanning off playing cricket or other things.
SMS, SVS. Saturday morning Switch, Squiggy vs Slazo. There we go. And what we'll do, because you've got a game capture as well, and I've got a game capture.
Yeah.
We can see it from different perspectives.
You can.
Oh, I like the sound of this already.
I mean, you don't need to, because I do need like the behind person's perspective to show my skill. So yeah.
Oh, he's funny. But anyway, this is update 1.2, and it's basically.
That will explain why it updated this morning when I switched it on to check some things.
Yeah, there you go. You'll get better items if you're at the back, like blue shell, lightning, star.
They already got good items.
You'll get them more frequently, because I sometimes found when I was at the back, I was getting...
They don't need more. It's already stacked against the leader enough. Why do they need more?
Yeah, well, but basically there's a big list of stuff. The people at the back get more stuff. There's no more than 2 piranha plants online to be granted as items at the same time. I'm assuming because of crazy lag and stuff like that.
I don't know. I did not know that was a thing, but that kind of it's a very powerful item, piranha plant. So
yeah. Online matches now end 30 seconds after the first place racer finishes, so I'm not waiting ages for you. I
thought they already did, but it's been a while since I played it online.
I thought it was a minute. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it was. I don't know. I'll say I haven't played online a huge amount.
Yeah, it's basically just patching a few things, fixing some online stuff. But no, I didn't think that, maybe because I'm at the front quite often, like you probably are as well, that you don't obviously notice how like the items at the back, I suppose.
I mean, you don't notice it, but you do notice that, I mean, I've addressed this before when we've talked about Mario Kart before, how you get less defensive items now because of coins.
Yeah.
And also because there's 12 people with double items, it's a lot easier for people to get blue shells, lightning, boos, red shells, anything that can basically whittle away at your lead. So it's a lot harder to maintain a lead than it was before.
Yeah. Yeah. But I know I didn't really notice that, but there you go, I suppose. At least
You do when you play at the legit difficulties.
Alright, I'll get to the legit difficulties, don't you worry. You just stand by for Saturday morning Switch, Slazo vs Squiggy.
I mean, sure.
We'll do it at some point. I'll fit you into my calendar. I know when I'll fit you in. I've got it sorted.
Okay.
Stay tuned for next week's Saturday morning Switch.
No. It's not that. So tough.
No, not the one that you've already recorded.
Yeah, the next one's already set as well, mate.
Oh well.
Zelda.
Okay.
Got Zelda.
Well, maybe the week after.
Maybe the one after that. I can fit you in the week after that.
We'll sort something. We'll organise it like off air.
Yep.
Yeah. Next on the list is PlayStation Plus Games of the Month for July. So what you get is you get Until Dawn.
I would know that one. I was like, damn, that's high rollers right here. I'm very happy to finally get a chance to play Until Dawn and not have to pay for it. Laura, like, this is the one where Laura would say it's a great game and like really sell it, but she's not here. But yeah, based off what she's told me and like the fun she's had with it, I'm looking forward to giving that a try.
Yeah, it's one of those. I know it's a horror game, but it's a game.
You can do this one, Squiggy.
It's a game I
even
want to
you.
play. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that and playing it. But then do I save it to Halloween?
No, Squiggy.
No, Halloween's creepy enough already.
We'll never play it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming. You're getting Game of Thrones, the Telltale series.
Already own it, but hey, cool. I mean, they slowly but surely seem to be giving away the entirety of Telltale as the time ticks by. But
yeah, I've never played the Game of Thrones one. It's one that because I was never into the TV series.
It's not the greatest one
when that came out, so I never picked it up. But again, it's free, so I'll give it a go. And the other PS4 title is a game called That's You. Now it's coming out. We may as well just do that now. It's coming out this week. It's a brand new game this week
so it's
as well.
PS Plus launch kind of title.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll explain it now, so we don't really have to explain it later on. So basically, That's You is a party quiz game, and basically it's debuting Sony's PlayLink feature. I don't know if you saw that.
We talked about it a little, but I wasn't like really sure about.
Basically, where you can use your phones to participate in the game.
Oh, so it's like Jackbox. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, it's like Jackbox, the Jackbox series of party games and stuff like that. So you can. There's like different challenges, like drawing doodles, taking pictures, and stuff like that, and you use your phone to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it was showing off the pre-E3 video stuff for Sony.
Okay, the one I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either, but I think they showed
more
it off
great,
then.
Cool ideas that weren't shown during Sony's E3.
Yeah, I think they showed it off then, and I know there's been, I think a lot of the YouTube influencers are getting their hands on it, so like stuff will come out probably this week as well. So
no, that's certainly got my attention. I mean,
yeah,
if it's anything like Jackbox, which is a complete riot, so I'm always down for that.
I've never played it, but
you've never played Jackbox?
No, I haven't. No.
None of not Drawfall or Quiplash or anything. Wow.
You're just saying names to me right now.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, that's the PS4 games anyway. On PS3,
I should say it's also cool. We get free PS4 games this month.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, I suppose you're getting the 2, and then you're getting That's You as sort of like.
It's because you're getting That's You as a bonus, but yeah.
But saying that, That's You's $14.99 a game. I'm just saying.
We'll get back to game.
Yeah, we'll get back to that part. So you get them for the PS4. For PS3, you get Tokyo Jungle.
I have heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what it is.
I think a lot of people like it.
It's gotten praise, as I say. That's why I've heard.
Gets a lot of praise, yeah. And the other one is Darkstalkers Resurrection.
Yeah, Darkstalkers has always been a good franchise, so that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's got good reviews as well. The Vita freebies are Element 4L, I believe.
Yep.
It's an indie platform.
That's a game.
It's also available on PS4, and the other game is Don't Die, Mr. Robot.
Yep, that's another game. I pull Vita. The Vita is just Here's some indie titles.
Yeah, I kind
Yeah.
of feel sorry for the Vita.
Can't wait for Undertale to be on the PS Plus on Vita.
Yeah, it was good to see them announce that in the E3 press conference.
The only time Vita got mentioned, I think.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Maybe they'll announce more PSX, maybe not. Maybe they'll just announce the
But they
Vita's
will
dead.
not, Squiggy. It's dead. Sony don't care about it.
No, they don't. So yes, that's the PlayStation July stuff. That's available on 4th of July, so it'll be available
On America Day.
the day after we've gone live. So yeah. Is it the day after we've
After?
gone live?
I thought it was... Oh, no, it is. No, wait.
July.
It's the day before.
July the 4th, Tuesday, yeah.
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 So they're out now.
Yeah, they're out now, and happy Independence Day to all of our American listeners.
Which is gone.
USA. So we've done Sony's free stuff. We'll now do Microsoft's games with gold for Xbox.
Oh, man. This is the part where I now feel completely inadequate.
To be fair, there's not much here.
Oh, really?
There's
Okay.
nothing. There's nothing that jumps out at me as ooh, yes, please. Compared to the Microsoft one, not my Sony one. Sorry. So on Xbox One, you can get Grow Up.
What?
What?
You can get Grope.
Grow Up.
Oh, Grow Up.
Grow
okay.
Up. You know the follow-up to
Oh, Grow Up.
You know,
Sorry.
yeah.
I heard Grope, and I was like,
Oh,
you
God.
what, mate?
Yeah, if you've got Xbox Live Gold, you can get Groped. Yeah.
That Grow Up is the second one. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I played that over the Christmas period and had a good laugh with it, and it made it into my Fave 5 of 2016 by technical default, I guess. But
Because you've only played 5 games.
no, because I had 4 games and I needed to fill in one space, and I went, this is the best of the rest.
That was
It
close.
would have been replaced by other games. But yeah, Grow Up, for all of that sass. Grow Up is a good fun game. It takes Grow Home to its logical conclusion, gives you like more things to do, lets you barrel around and just fly around everywhere. So yeah, Grow Up was good fun.
The next one is a game called Runbow, which is a platform racing game, and I don't really know anything about this.
I did not know that was on the Xphone. This was like one of the Wii U indie exclusives a few years back. It's really good fun. It's a color-based platformer essentially, where you have to, depending on like the color you are and the color the environment is, you have to try and like use that to navigate it before. So say there might be a waterfall full of like blue, green, and purple platforms, and the waterfall will alternate between blue, green, and purple. And when it's green, you can't jump on the green platforms because they blend into the background. So kind of like that. And then there's like a bunch of different game modes like King of the Hill, Race to the Finish, stuff like that. And it's like supported up to 9 players on the Wii U. So I've had played that with friends before. It's a good laugh. I'm happy more people get to try it out.
I didn't know anything about that, to be honest. I won't lie.
I mean, I
taught me.
spoke about it back when Retro was first founded many years ago.
Many years
Yeah.
and many podcasts ago.
Jeez, yeah. But yeah, no, those are 2 cool indie games.
The other 2 are Xbox 360 games, obviously available on the Xbox One as well. Kane and Lynch 2.
Haven't played that, so that one's in your court, Squiggy.
I've not played that one. I played the first. Well, I played a bit of the first one. Didn't really like it. I think it's just a. I don't think it got brilliant reviews. I don't think it was terrible, if you know what I mean. Metacritic give it a 66, so it's not
A decent co-op shooter, then.
pretty much.
Assume
yeah.
it's co-op,
I
based
think
off a name.
Yeah, I think it is. It's basically the game you should rent first before buying. A lot of people say.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
now you get it for free, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. People call it. It's a decent game, but not brilliant. Although Jim Sterling did put it as number 1 on his list of shittiest games of 2010.
Oh, boy.
So there you go. And the other game is Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, which is probably Laura's soiree.
Who knows? I mean, I've not played a POTC Lego game, but I'm assuming
think
it's
I've-
like
I feel like I've
Other
played
Lego
this one. I feel like I have.
it's Lego. I mean, you've played one Lego, you've played all Lego.
Play one, you play them all.
Pretty
But
much.
I think I got decent reviews, but all Lego.
Games get decent.
Yeah.
reviews. I mean, it's hard to fuck up Lego.
People could. You'd be surprised at what people can do. Trust me, I've seen it. But yeah,
Alright.
that's Games with Gold. I don't think it's as good as their PS Plus, to be perfectly honest.
You having said that, it's like it's got better indie choices, but then PS Plus is better big hitters. So.
Yeah. but that's that one. The next on the list is something to do with Watch Dogs 2. So that's still a thing. It still exists.
Cruel, Squiggy.
Still not played. I really want to play it.
My heart bleeds for that game because it was like, we fixed it, it's all working now, it's good fun, but it's not coming out in the first 6 months of the console of the new generation, so nobody cares.
Yeah, that's the worst part. But basically, there's a free update coming on the 4th of July, so it's already out now. And it's going to be four-player party mode, so it basically allows players just to free roam San Francisco with 3 friends, basically.
You could do that already?
No, you couldn't. I think it was only 2-player you could do.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this also lets people take part in all the online activities as a foursome. So
Nice.
like racing and some other stuff as well. Basically, you can't do the co-op missions because they're 2-player only, but you can do pretty much everything else. But no, that's pretty cool that it's still supporting it and everything. So
yeah, that's very neat. Surprised that wasn't at Ubi's conference.
Yeah, well, that was one of them where I thought, oh, they might show this off in the conference, especially when they give Steep DLC time in the conference.
But you see, that's an Olympic tie-in, and man, you can't. Those Olympic bucks, they rich.
Well, but yeah, so that's coming to Watch Dogs 2. I need to play it. I really want to play it.
Do you own it?
I got it for my birthday.
Well, of course you do.
I've got a list of games that I'm trying to work through between now and sort of...
Remind me one day to just go up to your house and just take 5 games and you'll never notice, and then I'll be sad.
Do you know what? I probably won't. I sometimes look at my shelf and thinking, oh yeah, I've got that. Or like, go to look on game. Oh, that game's in the sale. Oh wait, I've already got that.
Oh man.
I've actually done that
Steam
before.
Sales all over.
I've still got some games still wrapped up.
So do I. Let's not talk about our addiction.
Yeah, let's not. I've still got Persona 4 Dancing All Night still sealed. Anyway, moving on. Save the Vita. So, moving on from Watch Dogs to some games. So, obviously we touched on it a little bit earlier on when I said about the price.
Yes.
So basically, Game is obviously the biggest game retailer in the UK. And basically they've warned investors to expect some poor financial results. Basically because, well, this is the reason. Basically, the Game are blaming Nintendo for not manufacturing enough stock of the Switch because they were relying on the Switch to save their results, and basically blaming Nintendo.
But the Switch surpassed even Nintendo's sales expectations.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Well, that's the. I'm reading the Eurogamer article here.
Yeah.
And one of the things is Switch sales have beaten Nintendo's own estimates, so it's strange to see Game expecting stock far beyond this level.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, okay, like, I'll preface this with, I love the staff at my local game. I think they're all great people. I don't want them to lose their jobs, but game management is incompetent as frick. And now they're doing what they always do, which is putting the blame everywhere else. Oh, there's no new consoles. Oh, we didn't get enough stuff. You shop shit. Just accept it. I know you can't say that to investors, but like, there's a more fundamental problem with game, and it's not. You don't have stock.
But it's a I think it's a problem like in the US with GameStop and stuff like that as well. That
I mean, I've never seen it like as heavily pronounced.
But they probably don't know anything about game over here. Like we don't know what's going on with GameStop and stuff over there. But the problem with me is that obviously the game staff, lovely people. Like they're really nice, even just to talk to about games, you know.
Yeah.
But the focus of game is obviously to make a profit, but the way they're doing it is, you know, 60 odd quid for games when you can buy them cheaper somewhere else. It's like, well, why are you going to go there? Sort of thing. They've also stopped price matching CEX for trade-ins, which I found out.
They don't price match CEX, which means you're back to terrible trade-in rates.
They're not. To be fair, they're not as bad anymore.
Are they not?
No, because basically I went in a game with the view to trade in some stuff because they had a keyboard on sale for my PC. Wouldn't normally
you bought a keyboard from game.
Exactly. I wouldn't normally do it, but it was on sale.
Okay.
It was cheaper than Amazon actually.
Oh no, fair enough.
So I went in with my games like, how do you price my CX? Oh no, we don't do that anymore. But I only got probably about £6 less altogether.
Oh, that's
than what
okay.
I would have got for price matching. So it wasn't too bad.
The one that sad me and essentially stopped me ever trading in games ever again was when I went in. This was a few years back when Forza Horizon Like, so I'd had a thing, like, with Forza Horizon, if I trade it in, like, within 5 days, I'd get 33 quid guaranteed, like, I had a receipt.
Yeah.
But I was still playing it, but, like, it came to, like, the Friday afterwards, and I wanted to trade it in, because essentially I bought Forza Horizon as a stopgap until the new Need for Speed, which was, like, at the time, be Burnout Paradise 2, before I discovered Horizon was far better anyway. But, so I went to trade it in and went, oh, it's only, like, 1 or 2 days after this 33 quid guarantee, it'll probably be something like 30 quid. And then they were like, yeah, we'll give you 13 quid for that, and I was like, this game's a week old.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
And like from an AAA franchise, you're kidding, right?
Yeah. I know. It's a shame because like we've said, the staff in the game stores.
Staff are lovely.
They're
I
really
just
nice people.
like I mean like I don't know if we ever talked about it, but the whole Game Elite thing system just makes no sense on so many levels.
What I don't get is like I think it's for someone if someone's shop basically buys a game solely from Game. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't understand how it works that you pay this money. It's like, you pay £36 a year or whatever, and if you don't build up that £36, you get it back anyway. If you get what I mean.
I mean, you do, but like I get why, because it's just in-store credit, and essentially that's free for them to give out in some regards.
Yeah,
so.
But it's like it's. I know. I don't think it's. I don't. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting," and then I realized you had to pay for it. that was the problem. Like, I think 10% back on all that stuff is good, but when you go,
it's pay us money to pay us more money. It's like no.
But you've got things like Best Buy in America where they have a game like reward scheme there. You don't pay to buy in it. And
they already have like a point scheme.
Yeah.
Like I have a game points card.
Yeah, I've got about 10 quid on my reward card.
Can't remember how much.
Might have to spend that soon.
I generally save it for a rainy day. That's
yeah, but I think basically in Best Buy they have a little games thing. I don't know what it is, but if you pre-order any new releases, you get discount. A bit like Amazon over here, you get you get £2 off, but I think it's actually 20% off.
Wow, okay.
I think it's a lot better than anything over there, but because Best Buy can afford to do it though, because they sell other things.
To be fair, they've also got competition in America, whereas in the UK, it's slightly different for us too in the north, because we have Granger Games as an alternative, but most of the country is dominated by Game.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it's one of them where you hope for the sake of the staff that they can pick up and game stores don't close, but the problem is with Game is that because obviously you can get things cheaper elsewhere. That's the problem. Yeah, but I mean, they can't. I know obviously they're a business, so they can't exactly reduce prices of games, new releases down to £25 if you buy. You know how Sainsbury's do £25 for Call of Duty or FIFA if you buy £30 worth of shopping.
I did not know they did that. But
it's basically COD's £25 if you spend £30 on your shop.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know I bought Destiny from Sainsbury's because it was like, do you want to spend 55 quid at Game? No. Do you want to spend 44 at Sainsbury's? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then the likes of Amazon as well, like, even if Game price matched Amazon could afford to drop the prices more because they make money elsewhere.
They don't need to price match. It's more just they don't charge the hour up. Don't charge me 60 quid for a fucking game.
Yeah, but I mean, I do feel a bit of sympathy for them in a way because they can't really not do that because their sole focus is games.
I mean, they used to. Is my attitude.
They used to, but I think now they're trying to make as much money as possible after the poor results they've had. That's the thing.
And it's not working out for them.
Not, no.
It's just a vicious circle.
The thing is as well, when they have their sales, some of their sale prices are brilliant.
I have no game it was like with H&B as well. Like when they do sales, they can be great, but it's there's no reason otherwise to go in there ordinarily. So. These days, most of my trips to Game are just to browse and go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will buy new consoles for them. I'll say that much. I prefer going to Game to buy a new console.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, as well, if there's a big game that I'm really interested in, like franchise-wise, I'd probably do the midnight launch for it at Game, just to say I've done it.
No, I did do the midnight launch for the Switch, so yeah. I've done a couple of midnight launches, and I like those. But. Yeah,
but no, I think it'll be a struggle for Game, but for the sake of the people who work there, in the stores anyway, you've got to hope things improve.
Yep.
Something that might make things improve is my next news item.
Ooh.
So this week, Nintendo announced a SNES Mini.
Oh man, this one.
I've already pre-ordered one.
I'm glad you got one before they vanished like gold dust.
I got
again.
Someone I work
We've
with
got more stock. Have you? Okay.
I got mine from the Nintendo store.
Nice.
It was actually the same price there as it was wherever the cheapest place was. And then, so I basically ordered it, and then it sold out about 20 minutes after I ordered it.
Yep, it's gold dust because people have cottoned on after the NES Mini.
Yeah. So so the Nintendo... It's
SNES Mini.
Yeah, so they're calling it, is it the Nintendo Classic, and then SNES Mini.
It's the same as it was before, but SNES instead of
Yeah.
NES. So.
It's going to have 21 games loaded onto the system. I can go through the list because there's some pretty cool ones on there.
Cool.
Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Donkey Kong Country.
Good.
Earthbound.
Good. Very good, actually.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 3.
Which is 6. Good.
Yes. F-Zero.
Good.
Kirby Superstar.
Good.
Kirby's Dream Course.
Good.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Shite. Nah, I'm joking. Good.
Mega Man X.
No, X is good, yeah.
Yeah. Secret of Mana. Which
I haven't actually played
I've
that.
heard good things about it.
Yeah. I think it's meant to be the best Mana game. So.
Yeah. Star Fox.
Very good.
Star Fox 2.
Never before released.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I love Star Fox, so I really...
When they announced that, I was like, God damn, I did not see that coming. Yeah, wow.
To be honest, that's pretty much why I pre-ordered it. I'm not even going to lie. That's why I pre-ordered it. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting.
Probably the best version.
Yep. Super Castlevania 4.
Probably the best Castlevania.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
I mean, that's a game.
Yeah. Super Mario Kart.
Oh shit, yes, the original Mario Kart, yeah.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars.
The precursor to Paper Mario,
Uh-huh.
not quite as good in my opinion, but it's still good fun.
Yeah. Super Mario World.
Very good.
Super Metroid.
Very good.
Super Punch-Out.
That's alright.
And Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Super Mario World 2, so yeah, very good.
Yeah, they're all really good games.
It's like there's like one or two I might change if it was me, but you've got a very, very good lineup there.
I'm surprised that Mario All-Stars isn't on there.
Well, that's already a combination of games.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I'm surprised they haven't put that on as a... Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think they more wanted to keep it like pure NES stuff rather than SNES stuff, rather than just here's the thing, and people go, but I already own them on the NES Mini.
yeah, true. But no, there's some good game. There's a lot of good games on there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
even know where to
it's a
start.
great thing that you should buy, except you can't because they're all gone.
Some people can't.
The joke was
Sorry.
more sold out everywhere already.
Sorry. Yeah. When does it go on sale? It goes on sale on the 29th of September
Yes.
as well. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I was never really interested in the NES Mini as much.
I mean, like, I know some people will argue with me with this, but the SNES is the better system.
Yeah.
The SNES is arguably... Well, actually, no, I'd say the SNES has the best lineup of any 2D console, put it like that. So
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, going through that game list on there, there's some games that I completely...
That's a who's who of games.
Yeah, there's some games that I forgot about, but then there's also some games that started off like some of my favourite game series on there, like F-Zero. I love F-Zero X on the N64. Star Fox, love Lilac Wars on the N64. And obviously you've got Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Metroid Prime. You know what I mean? Like, them all link into them, so...
It's like Nintendo at some of their very best.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Hopefully people will be able to get some more. Hopefully.
Or if not that, just imagine a virtual console. Just imagine one of those. Whew. One day.
A what one, sorry?
Virtual console.
Yeah.
Should we be so lucky?
Imagine them releasing N64 games on the virtual console. Just saying.
Like they did on the Wii.
True.
Do you mean GameCube?
GameCube, sorry, GameCube. I meant GameCube.
Yeah.
My bad, I meant GameCube.
Retake, yeah, GameCube.
Yeah, GameCube, yeah, sorry, I meant GameCube. I got distracted there. I meant GameCube.
Yeah, no, I want GameCube Virtual Console, but
yeah, I'd be all over some of them, like literally all over. But yeah, no, SNES Mini. I'll probably put some footage somewhere of it.
can you capture that?
I don't know. It's HDMI out, I think.
Oh, in that case, there you go.
Yeah, it just depends if they've got HDCP enabled. That's the only thing.
I mean, you could get around that.
Yeah, there's a way. There's ways around it. I know what I'm doing. I've been there before. So that is our news roundup of the week. I think there's some big stuff in there as well. So we'll go on to our releases. So obviously we didn't have a proper podcast last week, like a proper structured one like this. I'm not implying this is really structured either, but so we missed out on a few releases from last week, which you can play now. So Crash Bandicoot, the Insane trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for it. It's interesting to see some of the reviews come out about it. Did you see the whole GameSpot?
The GameSpot review marking it down because it was too like the original.
It's just it's even more fun when you look at the minuses and the pluses and go, but these are opposites.
Yeah,
you're praising it and then criticizing it for the same thing.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like IGN criticizing the remake of, was it Ruby and Sapphire for too much water?
That's legit. That's
no, but it's like you can't criticize it because it's in the original game.
Sure you can.
Shut up, Slazo. Shut up, Slazo. No, you can't. No, you can't. So yeah, so Crash Insane Trilogy, Micro Machines World Tour, I think it was. So they're both out last week. So
they're both out now.
Yeah,
now.
But yeah, and I'm going to be playing some once we finish recording this.
Nice.
I don't know which one yet. Probably Crash. Definitely Crash, actually.
Crash.
Definitely Crash. Yeah. So coming out this week is a game called That's You, which we spoke about before. That's the party PlayStation 4 game.
Yep.
Don't need to say much more about that.
Do you like Jackbox? You'll probably like this. There we go.
That sounds good. That's also free on PS Plus if you have PS Plus. If not, it is £15 a game, and I'm assuming that's the RRP for it.
So it's probably a tenner online.
Yeah, probably 10 on Amazon. Yep, good one. And the other game coming out is Axel World vs Sword Art Online, which is digital only on PS4.
Yeah.
Yep. Slazo's going to tell you all about that.
It's at full price. That was the one that caught me off guard. But yeah, it's man. If you've played Sword Art Online games, or if you've played Excel World games, it's kind of like that. It's another action RPG which crosses over the two universes because they were written by the same person and they're in the same world. They're about 100 years apart, and now they're not 100 years apart. They're right now, happening right now. You can play as the terrible Sword Art Online characters. You can play as the good Excel World characters. You can tell which one I like. And yeah, it's pick a squad of 3 characters. It's an action RPG. Run around, slash things, kill them all. Play as the Excel World cast. Watch the Sword Art Online cast die horribly. Perfect. Fuck Sword Art Online.
I sense some favoritism there.
Just a bit.
I can't understand why, but I sense some favoritism. But
if you'd watch them, you would.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's another game coming out this week, and that is our news and releases roundup for the week.
Yeah.
So before we move on to
I can go home now, right?
No, you've got to plug your videos next. So so plug-in time. So for once, it's not just Slazo plugging his videos, but I'll let Slazo go first.
Wow, man. Content. But yeah,
I know.
Saturday Morning Switch, the most recent one, had a look back at the month of June and the 10 games that came to the Switch, including the new fighting sensation ARMS, as well as some of the cool indie stuff like Shantae, Half Genie Hero, almost got that wrong, and Goner, and all the other cool games that have come out this month. So if you want to know what you could spend your hard-earned money on the Switch in June, now you can. And next week, we'll be taking a look at the Master Trials, which is the first DLC set for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I might be playing some after this podcast. I don't know. Probably this weekend I'll be playing a bunch. So yeah, you can see what the new masks are like, what the... I won't be doing hard mode, I'm not insane. But what the Master Sword Trials are like, shut up. What the Heroes map path function is like, and me getting the fucking co-op mask, which if you saw my Twitter at Nintendo UK, it's the only thing I want. It's just give me the mask. Give me the damn mask. It's 900 of the fuckers in Hyrule to find. I need the mask. So yeah, that's Saturday Morning Switch. I look forward to that.
Whoop whoop. And me and whatchamacallit, Laura, have been playing.
She's been gone for less than an hour and we've already forgotten her.
Yeah, well, it's understandable. So basically, me and Laura have been playing some FIFA grudge matches against each other. It's basically 1-on-1, obviously. We've played altogether a grand total of 5 matches. And what we're doing is there's 3 going up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Squires, plug. And 2 going up on the Retro channel. And basically, it's just me and Laura facing off against each other, and it's all league structured, so obviously 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, goal difference is taken into account, and there'll be one champion at the end who lifts the trophy.
I am looking forward to the part where all the videos on your channel are you winning, and all the videos on our channel are Laura winning.
We'll talk about that later, Slazo.
Wow, okay.
No, it's not even that.
Oh, okay.
It's not even that, but I don't want to put people off. Actually,
you don't want to give it away. No.
Saying that, by the time this podcast goes live,
at least one of them's got
3 of them will be up.
Okay.
I believe.
So I did see when I was uploading Saturday Morning Switch. So.
Yeah, 3 will be up. There'll be 1 left on the Retro account, which goes up the same day as this podcast, and then there'll be 1 final game on my YouTube channel on the Friday, I believe. But so far, it has been 3 draws.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been 2-2.
Please tell me at least it's not no. Okay.
The first one was 2-2. The second one was 0-0.
Oh no.
But for the record, I should have won that about 6-0, just for the record.
Of course you should.
And the third one, I believe, finished 2-2 as well. Laura was 2-0 up. And because I
choked. She choked.
Yep, she choked. Yep. But yeah. So check them out, give a like, and if anyone wants to challenge me or Laura, then, I mean, Laura's not much of a challenge anyway. But if anyone wants
Georgie Squires, at Laura, at Retro Remaster.
Yeah, and if you want Slazo in the party to provide some expert commentary, like you did for our Pro Evo World Euro series.
Oh, you don't even know, like, the levels of... I'll be like, it's one of the teams Wales, and you'll be no, and then I'll be, well, what am I supposed to say?
There's one team playing in red. I'll support them, because Wales play in red. But anyway, that's our plug-in. So yeah, watch them. Subscribe to the YouTube so you can see when they all go live. Yeah, I don't need to say where the YouTube is, because if you're listening to this podcast, you have found us. Congratulations.
See that thing below us that says Retro Remaster? Click that.
Yeah, and subscribe, and love us. Shower us with love and affection. Mainly Laura. Shower Laura with love and affection. We're okay. I think.
I mean, I'll accept it.
I mean, I'll take it, but I don't want to sort of haul myself out there.
I'll totally be the manslayer of the channel, sure.
Fine by me. Finding my reputation is gone. So for the topic of the week, I thought, because E3's done and dusted and a lot of games that are coming out this year have been shown off and they've got release dates, I thought we could look at some of the games we're looking forward to between now and the end of the year.
Nice.
Because I'm assuming that we're going to have a few similarities and we're going to have a few differences as well. So I thought that'd be quite good. It's not like we're all going to be saying, oh, FIFA, Call of Duty, Pro Evolution Soccer. They're not on my list, by the way, just for the record.
Aren't they?
Well, they are, but they're not. But they're the ones that I would buy every year anyway, because I'm a series whore. Do you want to... How many have you got? Have you got a list, or have you just got...
I don't have a list. I'll be winging this off the top of my head.
I've got 5.
Great. So I can do 5.
Should we go one at a time? Do you want me to go first while you create your list?
No, I can go first if you want.
Okay, you go first then.
Well, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yep, that's
the star of the show at E3 in some regards. I was already kind of excited for it based off the leaks, thinking, yeah, this sounds good fun. But seeing it in action, I'm totally on board. I admit I've never actually played an XCOM game, so the gameplay is kind of a bit new to me. Whereas I know some veterans are probably like, ugh, it's just XCOM but with Mario. But I'm really engaged. Like, they've managed to make a really cool, fun-looking game. It's going to be a cool, like, single-player kind of experience more after the multiplayer of, like, ARMS and Splatoon. And yeah, it'll give me another reason to fire up the Switch and have a good fun. It looks fun. I want to see how the story plays out. I want to see all the crazy Rabbids interpretations of, like, Mario characters. Because besides the main one, we've seen, like, Rabbid Kong, and he looks cool. So I want to see more kind of what they do with the series. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. Again, I'm a bit... Well, I didn't see any of the leaks, and I saw the leaked photo of Mario and the rabbits.
Yeah, you came into it more fresh.
And I just thought, oh god, what are they doing? Like, seriously, I had no interest in the game at all. And then they showed it off at UBZ3, and I was like, I'm in. I'm actually in. It looks it's so different for a Mario game. obviously.
It all clicks together, like the style of Mario, the humor of Rabbids, the gameplay of XCOM. It all just clicks together into something that makes you go, I want to play that.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that, and I don't really pre-order many games, and I probably won't pre-order it, but I will be picking up day one.
I was going to say, I don't tend to pre-order, but yeah, it will be like day one or the Saturday after it comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
Toddling down to game to buy it.
Yeah, if they're still there.
But yeah, I'm optimistic they'll survive at least 2 months.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's sort of a one that, like, you obviously were excited because of the leak sort of stuff. Whereas for me, it's sort of the E3 gameplay and showing it off did it for me. Like, that's the one that got me on board with it. So yeah, no, I'm excited for that, definitely.
Yep.
I'll cross that off my list.
Great, your turn.
I've got Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Oh man,
is my next one. That comes out on the 20th. I think it's the week before Rabbids, actually.
Yeah, it's around the same time.
Yeah, and I basically, have you played the Uncharted games? No, okay. So basically,
I played Tomb Raider.
Oh, shut up. So basically, Uncharted Lost Legacy is it's not got Nate in it. Well, he's not being shown in it. It's with Chloe and Nadine. So Chloe is from Uncharted 2, and she appears a bit in 3, and Nadine is a new character in 4. And
girl power.
Yeah, girl power. That's another reason why I'm looking forward to it. But I really like Chloe as a character, and I felt like Nadine needed a bit more sort of padding out from Uncharted 4.
I mean, so. I've sassed you and Laura out on this game before. It's like Uncharted doesn't have strong girl characters, but no, I'm really happy they're both getting the game. Yeah, like that's cool.
But no, I really want to see, like, I really like Chloe, so I'm glad she's a part of the game because I thought her character in 2 and 3 was really good, like really well done. And then Nadine in 4, I felt she needs more story, and obviously she's getting her own now with Chloe. And I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do. Like it's sort of a look at a post Nate Uncharted. If that makes sense.
As long as the entire game isn't where's Nathan? Man, I love Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh, where is he gone? Then yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think it will be. I think it's obviously. I don't actually know when it's set. I'm assuming it's set after 4.
You're the Uncharted player.
I don't even know, to be honest. I'll quickly Google it just to make sure. But I'm sure it's set after 4.
Okay.
Where am I going?
Is it full price, this one? Or?
No, it is. I've got it pre-ordered for £25.
Okay.
Yeah, it's set around about a year after Uncharted 4.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool. So it's exploring like the backstory of them two, which I really like. I really like Laura Bailey as well. Just throwing that one out there. As the voice, she's the voice actor for Nadine.
Sure.
But she also played.
Oh man.
Quiet in Gears of War, and not Gears of War, Metal Gear Solid. Sorry. I believe.
Of course you like her then, right?
Yeah. Did she? No, she didn't. She was in something. Anyway, moving on. She was in Gears of War 4, actually, is the lead character. But yeah, no, I really like those two characters from the first 4 Uncharted games, from what I've seen from them. So a game where I get to as them as the main protagonist in the game. I'm really excited for it, and I'm excited to see. I think it's India. It looks like India, so I'm excited to see them sort of make that, because I don't think Uncharted's been to India yet.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. At first, I was a bit like, oh, it's just cashing in, it's just DLC, but no, I think Naughty Dog will fully flesh it out. It might not be as long as Uncharted 4 was, but
I mean, it won't be. But
even if it's like 6-7 hours, maybe, that'll do me. I'll be happy with that.
All right.
Which is pretty much the same length as Uncharted 1.
Whoa.
Yeah, Uncharted 1 took me 8 hours to complete.
Shots fired.
Give or take. So go on then, Slazo. Hit me with your next one.
Okay, well, I mean, you talking about that has reminded me, there is a Naughty Dog game I'm looking forward to this year. And it's the Jak and Daxter on PlayStation 4.
That doesn't count.
Does it not?
Does not count.
I can't talk about the best game Naughty Dog's ever made. Full stop.
We just did?
Yeah, I know I'm talking about it right now, Jak and Daxter.
Haven't you got buy the game, not the Naughty Dog, the Uncharted game?
The what?
I thought you've got to buy Uncharted to get Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, I know, it's an inconvenience, but for Jak, it's probably worth it.
Alright. Okay.
No, it's okay. If I'm not allowed to talk about that, then I'll just go for the other better platformer, which is a Super Mario Odyssey, coming out in
It's
October.
also on my list as well.
Man, Mike, you're going to notice a recurring theme with my list. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey okay. It's a 3D Mario. It's always going to be good. I'm cool with that. I feel I was starting to cool off a little bit on the franchise because 3D World was a great game, but I didn't think it was as good as like the 4 that came before it. So I was kind of like, well, I'm not really sure where they're going to go now. I mean, they did multiplayer, which is kind of just one last untapped thing they hadn't really done. Don't really know where they're going to go from here. Probably won't be that great anymore. They've kind of peaked in Galaxy. Nope, Odyssey comes along and says you can possess any enemy and any other thing, from like a stupid little pole on the street to a human being to dinosaurs to Goombas to fucking everything. Can't wait to see if you can possess Luigi. But yeah,
That would
it's
be hilarious.
It would. So yeah, it like that opens up so many possibilities for level design and interesting gameplay. Add in the fact as well, so I haven't watched the Treehouse stuff because I don't like spoiling stuff like Mario and Zelda for myself before I play them. But like the way it now looks like worlds are kind of set out in that you have giant worlds and then there's like 30, I think it's power moons in this one. And I really like that because that's kind of like going back in some ways to the old Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine style, except merging it with some of the stuff they've learned from the more modern Mario games. So I have a feeling this could be like one of the most chaotic and fun Mario games ever made. And the fact I get to play that this year, and like that's not like, oh, it's going to take us a while to make a Mario game. No, it's coming out this year. It's coming out in October, which is in like 3-4 months. So I am super hyped to get my hands on that. It could well end up being, I was going to say it could be my favourite game of the year, but it's going up against Breath of the Wild and Persona 5. But it's in a strong year for Nintendo. Mario Odyssey looks like it could be one of their best. So I am beyond hyped to get my hands on a new 3D Mario.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I was the same as you, where I'd cooled off a little bit on it.
Yeah.
And then what I've seen of it, I'm like, I need this game. Just to, like, basically, like you said, to possess everything.
That E3 trailer was just, wow.
It was crazy. It was mental.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sold. I'm actually sold. And I've watched a little bit of gameplay just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's what you expect. Like, it's Nintendo doing Mario as well as Nintendo does Mario.
Yep.
Which is what you want to hear.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Good game.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. What's next on my list? I've got Destiny 2 on my list now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so I think we mentioned this last week that I was a bit late on the Destiny train to get excited for it, and I really enjoyed it. But obviously, the main reason I'm excited for Destiny 2 is the fact that it's on PC. I can play it with my friends who play a lot of WoW and raid a lot on WoW and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're obviously going to do... I'm excited to experience more of the Destiny universe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because obviously I get to experience more raids, more... what's the other thing that you do?
Strikes.
More strikes and stuff like that, because I know that there's going to be basically people playing it every day on there. Whereas, you've got to admit, when we played it on the PS4, we weren't around all the time to play it and
Getting
everything.
6 people together was a nightmare.
Whereas
the fact that we even beat one of the raids is a miracle.
Whereas I think with me getting it on PC, I think it should be a lot easier, and obviously the fact they've changed it so it's matchmaking for raids as well.
Yeah.
And I really like Destiny. I thought it played really nicely. Like, it was just a nice. It's just, you know what I mean. There wasn't really any problems with it, like gameplay wise. It just worked, and I'm just excited because they've added obviously more story now, and I'm excited for that, and obviously more excited for the multiplayer aspect of it. And I'm really excited for Destiny 2, actually. If I had to pick out of all like first person shooters, because I do like my first person shooters, I'd definitely put Destiny as probably the top of one I'm most excited for this year.
I think I talked about this a bit last week, but I'm so like on the fence with Destiny because on the one hand, I agree with you. It's like the actual gameplay is massive fun in Destiny. That's the thing that's always kept me coming back and like made sure I bought Taken King and Rise of Iron, because at the end of the day I know if I want fun times shooty bang, Destiny is the best fun time shooty bang. My problem is like when I've seen trailers and stuff in action, it just doesn't look new, if that makes sense. It looks like another Taken King. as opposed to Destiny 2. So if I do get it, it won't be at launch, but I mean, I want to get it because it'll no doubt be fun. I just need to see something that says that this has taken steps forward, that this is something new and engaging, and whether that's waiting for reviews to come out and say, oh, they've done a better job with the single player, with the story. And because like the map design and all that was always fine, it was always just the single player felt short and felt really lacking. And if you're not just sold Leon's voice, then there's not much to it. So yeah, I need to see something that it's like taken what the Taken King did and then taken that a few more steps further, rather than just there's new classes and there's a reskin of an enemy, and yeah, it's like no, you need to show me it's new.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. But I think they've already sort of said that. Have you watched Did you watch the Destiny reveal or anything?
I mean, they talked a good game. But
yeah. But they've completely revamped the weapon classes and stuff as well, which I think.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah, but I think
I'll believe it when I see it, and it looks different and looks entertaining.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it is one of them where I think we got burned a bit by the original Destiny of what we expected to what we got.
That's the thing. We got burned a bit, and then Taken King was like, I'll give full credit to Taken King. Taken King was like a genuine resurgence of joy in Destiny because they fixed a lot of what was wrong with Destiny Year One.
Yeah, and
the Taken King was a genuinely interesting expansion. It just they never went anywhere from there.
Yeah, I'm just hoping they build on that with Destiny 2. Like, I think gameplay mechanics are fine. I'm happy with the changes they're making to sort of the class-based stuff and everything, but again, is it going to be like playing Destiny for the first time when you play Destiny 2 that there's not that much depth to it? But no, I'm still excited for it. I think they've got it.
The other big problem Destiny has now is we live in a world where we know Anthem exists, and if I wait a year, I can get that instead.
Yeah,
so.
that's kind of the problem as well. But no, we'll see. I am excited for it. That's another one on my list, definitely. This is basically my pre-order list. Go on, Slazo. Hit me with another one.
Well, if we're talking shooty bangs, then Destiny 2 is not my number one shooty bang this year, and no, it's not COD either. It's Splatoon 2. I am really... You spotted the theme of my games now.
Yeah, so far I have. Are you playing any other games on a console?
I mean, tell me a good game coming out for the PS4 this year, sure, maybe. But
Uncharted Lost Legacy. The Jack and Daxter. I've got you there.
But yes, Splatoon 2 is... I mean, I really like... So I didn't get a chance to play the original much on Wii U, but then getting a chance in the global test fire a few months back really kind of sold me on how Splatoon 2 is kind of this fun, different, quirky shooting game where... So I don't know how much will be in the main game when it launches, but certainly the multiplayer of being turf-based, so it's not just team deathmatch, kill as many people as you can, but there's actually more strategy to it, and I was always the best player on my team. Sometimes we won, sometimes we lost, but I was always the main player who focused on the objective. So, but yeah, that's the kind of thing. It's more objective-based shooter, which is always more fun than just kill everything in sight. So yeah, I really enjoyed the aesthetic. I think the story mode should be interesting. I know there's Salmon Run, which is kind of Horde by the looks of it, where you fend off waves and gather resources and then use that to buy new outfits, I think. And then I'm not sure if the Marie, the Squid Sister stuff is something different or whether that's just another part of Salmon Run. But it looks cool, and because it's a Nintendo game, they'll be supporting it with loads of more free content like they did with the original Splatoon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to investing money in Splatoon 2 and then playing it for probably half a year, maybe more. So that's my shooty bang of choice. It'll have less content than Destiny, but I bet I'll have more fun.
Yeah, see, I didn't put Splatoon 2 in my list, but it's not...
Did you play with Testfire?
No, that's pretty much the reason why it's not in my list. Because I've heard good things about it from you and from everyone who's played it, and even from the original one as well.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know, if you know what I mean. I want to play it, but I don't want to pay the full price for it. That's the thing. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, Slazer. You've made us conflicted now. But no, it's a game that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. Whether I get it close to launch or a few months down the line, I think it'll still have an online community. Like you said, you're going to play it for...
Splatoon, like, that was the thing. Like, one of my big worries with Splatoon was, like, it's a Wii U game, this will die a horrible death. And then Splatoon didn't. Splatoon remained, like, stubbornly one of the Wii U's biggest games.
Yeah.
Like, on a platform that didn't do too well, Splatoon became, like, the big standout, so...
Yeah, definitely. And that's, I'll definitely have a community, so I will pick it up at some point, but I don't know when, that's the only thing. And I have one more game on my list, because we've obviously covered 2 of them in your list as well.
I've eaten your list.
Yeah. So basically, my last game is Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
That's this year?
That's
this year.
Yeah. October, I think. It was supposed to be August, then it got pushed back. But I can't remember when it got pushed back to. I think it was October. And basically, I loved the first one, and I was quite late to playing the first one. I think I got it when it was in the game sale, actually, for 15 quid.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course I did. But I actually played it as soon as I got it, just for the record.
Well, okay.
And I loved it. I love the Middle-earth, obviously, setting. I love Lord of the Rings and everything like that. And it was just so much fun. It was like it felt like a refreshed Assassin's Creed, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like from the way the gameplay was, like scaling the buildings, doing the stuff, it felt like Assassin's Creed, but a lot better, a lot more refreshed. And this one seems a lot more of the same, but they seem like I've added a lot of stuff to it. There's more places to visit in Middle-earth. There's more stuff to do. The way they've changed the Nemesis system as well, which was one of the big things from the original game, which made it a standout.
Okay.
So what they've done is basically your Nemesi, whatever.
Nemesi. I think it's Nemesi.
Whatever. Put in the comments what it is below. They sort of remember if you've killed them or if you've done battle with them, and they'll actually trek across Middle-earth to try and find you.
Right.
Which I think is quite cool. And if they bump into you, you'll get the spiel saying, "Oh, I've searched so long for you," and you'll have to battle them there and then. Which I think is quite cool. It like adds another element to the game and stuff like that. I think that's because the Nemesis system I thought was really good, but now with this on, I think it's even better. It like adds a bit more to it, makes it a bit more personable as well. Instead of you just going to kill this person and going, "Oh, you killed me, die." Whereas this guy will actually like search for you around like Mordor and maybe Mordor wherever you are. It'll search for you around there, which I think is pretty cool. And they've also added another new thing as well. I think it's called the follower system.
This was the one I was less keen on. Yeah,
but I think it's quite good because you've got the choice of killing someone or making them follow you, and you've got an army behind you. So, say early on you need the XP to level up to unlock all the different traits and everything. You'll kill them, but later on in the game, say you've got to storm a big castle, you'd be like, right, I'll go over there, I'll get this, follow me, and I'll have this army join me. Then you could probably kill them after that, to be honest. Get the XP.
Yeah, because I remember my argument was always there's no reason. Like, there needs to be a good reason to kill people, because it's like, yeah, sure, you get XP, but I could also hire this guy and he can get XP for me. So
but I don't know fully how it's probably going to work, because I don't think they've probably shown off loads of it.
It needs to be well balanced is the point. There needs to be an incentive for not just mind wiping everything.
Yeah, but no, I'm really excited for that. When they announced it, I was like, oh, another Middle-earth game. I'll pick that up eventually. But I forgot how much I loved the original one. That's the thing. And now I'm sort of like, day one or not to day one? But we'll see. I'll definitely be picking it up and playing it before the end of the year. There's so many games this year to play.
There are.
Our games of the year this year, we're actually going to have a list.
I mean, we're going to have a list, but I feel like... Don't get me wrong, I love like the games that come out in the second half. I feel like the first half may have had more big games than the second half, for once.
I think the good thing is, though, that we're all going to have different lists, probably, for our games of the year. Like, you're talking about Persona, I'm talking about Horizon.
So, well, there's Persona, you'll have Horizon, we'll both probably have Zelda.
Yeah.
I might have Nier if I ever get around to playing Nier, stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, so no, it'll definitely be interesting, but how many have you got? 2 more games left?
I've got 2 more. I can do it because we're not counting Jack and Daxter, which is fine. But I've got 2 more. So Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Interesting.
Would love to make jokes about, but these are just barely remakes like Platinum and like just that. Who are we kidding? I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna buy them both on day one. I'm a lifelong slave to Pokemon. Gen 7 was the best they've made since Gen 5. Like, I really enjoyed Sun and Moon for their creativity and the fact they just felt fresh and different. thanks to trials and a whole bunch of other things. So, who am I kidding? I'm going to buy these day one. Hopefully they've got enough differences to keep me more interested in them than some of the third versions of Pokemon have in the past. Like, I don't see these being a new Black 2 and White 2, but hopefully more Crystal than Emerald, I don't know. But, yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to getting my teeth sunk into a new Pokemon game as we continue our countdown to Pokemon on Switch, presumably next year.
Hopefully next year. I've not played. To be honest, I'm quite shocked you've put this one in here. I mean, I know you're obviously a big Pokemon fan. Don't get me wrong on that.
I would never. No. I mean, where'd you get that idea?
But I'm quite shocked you've put that in because I don't really know how different it is from the first Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, I know Sun and Moon were great. Obviously, I've not played them, but always I've heard good things.
I completely agree. I have no idea how different these games are. I know me.
Yeah, I suppose you do you.
I'll do me.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which shouldn't come as a surprise also, if you know me, Life is Strange Before the Storm.
I thought that might be in there.
I
was waiting for that one.
Oof, I mean, who'd have thunk the prequel to my favourite game of 2015 would be on here. I am looking forward to this. After all the stuff that came out post E3, like developer interviews and talking with, I think Ashley Birch, who does Chloe, or did Chloe in the original. Yeah, it seems to be in good hands. Like, any worries I had at one point of, oh shit, it's a new team, this isn't going to be great, like, Dontnod aren't doing it. They're all gone. Like, these guys seem to know exactly what they're doing. It's 3 episodes. There's the bonus max one, but that also suggests it'll be a tighter plot. They've said they're not going to, like, fiddle about with elements that were in the main game, so it's not like you'll be able to kill Max. But, it all sounds good, and I'm looking forward. I've said in the past that one thing I would wish I had the chance to do more of in Life is Strange is get to know a bit more about Rachel Amber because of the twist that I won't spoil that happens in the game. But now I get to learn more about Rachel Amber via this game. I don't know if this will like chronicle the bit where Max is in Chloe's life, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the world of Life is Strange Before the Storm, and maybe that'll be my game of the year again. We'll see.
We shall see. No, I've got Life is Strange. Well, the original one downloading on my PS4 right now because it's free.
Because it was on PS Plus. Yep.
And you've given it really good recommendations, so
I have. I love it. I will say, like, I'm probably higher on it than a lot of people are, but I still think it's the best episodic game. Not include Hitman maybe gets a pass, but I've not had a chance to play Hitman. But like Hitman is like a big competition, so maybe I can no longer say it's the de facto best episodic game, but certainly in terms of like storytelling, I think it's better than anything Telltale's done.
Yeah, no, I think you've given it really high praise. So, and Laura liked it as well, from what I gather.
She did. She just didn't like it as much as I did.
So no, I really want to play it, and then obviously if I play that, I'll probably get on the Life is Strange 2 hype train.
Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Whatever.
It's not Life is Strange 2. Well, you can't because Life is Strange 2 is another thing that's coming out next year.
Okay, Life is Strange 0. Yeah.
Life is Strange X.
This is getting Kingdom Hearts naming conventions now. Final chapter prologue. There we go. So there's some. Like I said, there's going to be a mix of games there, and obviously we've got a couple crossover, which you would expect, I think. But no, there's a mix of games there for everyone. Like, we're just 2 people, and we've got 8 different games there.
We have, and I think the one thing we can both agree on is buy a Switch.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I think because of how the Wii U went, I was quite dubious about whether do I buy a Switch on launch. But I'm glad I did because of Zelda, because of all the first-party support it's getting.
See, the thing, what's happening with the Switch now is what everyone was kind of partially hoping for. Like, because it's the merger of handheld and console, this means all the Nintendo's development teams who previously had to work for like 2 systems, so you've always seen like kind of it alternating between the consoles. Now they can all come together on one system.
Yeah, and that's
because I mean, like now, like it's a game every month, and if they can keep that up into 2018 and beyond, like
But the thing is, as well,
why did I buy a game for Sony? Like,
from 20 Switch. Yeah, from 28 onwards as well, you would think. I keep saying this. I think the 3DS will be discontinued at some point.
Yeah,
Maybe not discontinue, but I think...
I feel this is its last year, yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you've got, obviously, a lot of Fire Emblem games. They're just 3DS only at the minute. Like the big, like the main...
There is a Fire Emblem coming to the Switch, presumably next year.
Yeah.
I don't mean Warriors as well.
That's what I mean. So you've got like the Fire Emblem developers have gone from 3DS to Switch probably for next year.
Game Freak have gone.
Game Freak have gone. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're getting all the big boys are moving across now.
Because I mean, we already know like Yoshi and Kirby in 2018, and then you'd assume Animal Crossing at some point looming on the horizon, although they've not talked about it.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So there's a lot. I think it's a good time to be to be honest, it's a good time to be a gamer.
It's a great time to be a gamer, but Nintendo are running so
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree. But again, like I've mentioned in my list there's 2 Nintendo games, 2 third-party games, and 1 Sony game. It's not a good time to be a Microsoft fan.
I don't know. I'd say Microsoft have, like, you talk a big game on Uncharted, but like besides that, what have Sony got this year, really?
I'd have to get a list for you. But
I can't think of any big Sony games coming out in the tail end of this year, whereas Microsoft, at the very least, have Crackdown and Forza, even if you're not high on Crackdown and Forza.
Yeah, I suppose the only thing for Sony is that they've got a lot coming next year.
Don't get me wrong, like Sony's future, if you look to 2018 and beyond, is bright, but
yeah, but I suppose
the here and now
Sony,
they seem to have eased off a bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think Sony really need to. They can release a few games and rely on the third-party support.
Sony are winning at the moment, so they're doing what winners do, which is being arrogant SOBs. But
yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how it changes next year as well. But no, this year is definitely it's a good year to play games. Good year to be a Nintendo fan. Finally. Yeah. After a few years of, I think we can say a bit of disappointment.
I feel like we can say now the Wii U's gone. Like, it had some alright things, but it wasn't Nintendo at their finest.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so what games are you looking forward to anyway? Tweet us at Retro Remastered. Comment below. We might mention if we might even reply and say you're an idiot if you pick some bad games, or we might agree with you. Who knows?
Don't worry, Laura. Were you an idiot?
Yeah, when you say Wolfenstein, Laura will be nice to you. That was basically going to be Laura's game. Wolfenstein.
More than likely.
But this was episode 91 of the Party Chat podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Geordie Squires. You can find Slazo on Twitter at Slazo King, and obviously find us on YouTube. You're listening to this now. I think I've plugged everything. Laura will probably remind me of something that I haven't plugged.
Our Twitter is at Retro Remastered. Our Tumblr is at the Retro Remastered.
That's the one. Thanks, Laura. Yeah,
no problem,
episode 91. Oh god, I forgot to never do that.
Abort.
Game over. Episode 91 finished. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.